And then the last one we're going to do now is 35. And 35 is find the tangent of 7 pi over 12. And we're using our half angle formula that the tan of u over 2 is plus or minus 1 minus cosine of u over sine of u. So what we're thinking of is tan of 7 pi over 12. If this is a u over 2 formula, I'm looking for what's the double of 7 pi over 12. So if I double that, it's 14 pi over 12, and then divided by 2. So this number is the same as 7 pi over 12. And that puts our u on the top. U would be 14 pi over 12. But 14 pi over 12 is the same as 7 pi over 6. So then I can plug that into my formula. So this is the same as tan of 7 pi over 6 over 2. Okay, now 7 pi over 6 is over here. So we know when we're using cosine of 7 pi over 6 and sine of 7 pi over 6, they're both negative. Where's 7 pi over 12? Because that's what we're really looking for, right? We're looking to find the tan of 7 pi over 12. Well, 6 over 12 is a half, so 6 over 12 would be here. So 7 over 12 is over here somewhere. So this is 7 pi over 12. That's half of 7 pi over 6 angle. Okay, and so we're trying to find tan of 7 pi over 12, so we're going to plug into the half angle formula using u as 7 pi over 6. So we're going to say it's plus or minus 1 minus cosine of 7 pi over 6 over sine of 7 pi over 6. And I know cosine of 7 pi over 6 is negative root 3 over 2. And sine of 7 pi over 6 is negative 1/2. Right, I'll just erase this so it's not in the way. And so now if I clean this up, I know that 1, I can multiply that by a 2 over 2 there. So I get 2 minus a minus root 3. So 2 plus root 3 over 2 divided by negative 1/2. And when I have a complex fraction like that, I can, and the bottoms are the same, the denominators are the same, they cancel. And so I have this negative 1, so I have negative 2 plus the square root of 3. And that should be what tan of 7 pi over 12 is. So let's make sure that we think tan of 7 pi over 12 should be negative. 7 pi over 12 is in quadrant 2, right? And in quadrant 2, our cosine is a negative number, our sine is a positive number, and so tangent in quadrant 2 should be a negative number. And so that should be correct. Okay, and that's it for all of the problems in section 5.4. I will upload a PDF of all of these solutions as well.